What is up? Back here with another YouTube video, and in case you cannot tell by the title below, this one will be about just how flippin' amazing Mystery Wrestling is, the promotion that Evil Uno runs out of Gatineau, Quebec. And for people who don't know, Gatineau, Ottawa, Ontario, the capital of Canada, is on the Ontario side of the Ontario-Quebec border. If you cross the bridge, right there's Gatineau, like other side of the bridge kind of deal. And that's where or it's also known as Almer technically, but Gatineau is like right there. But Mystery Wrestling 5 just ended. Won't spoil what happened there. You can check it out on Patreon. Link to Mystery Wrestling, all of them I believe is in the Patreon link down below. And I won't spoil anything like match results for what happened for any of them. They're just so much flippin' fun. Evil Uno runs it. I don't know about Mystery Wrestling 5 off the top of my head if he mentioned anything, but for Mystery Wrestling 4, which happened end of October, he said this event cost over 5 digits, so like over $10,000 between the venue, the ring, that kind of stuff, talent, flights, hotels. It definitely adds up, and it's just so much fun. You can watch it live, like while it's happening for free on Twitch, but if you want to catch the replay, it's on Patreon. And it's just so much fun. You have special guests, I should say. I can't remember the order, but I know like Dalton Castle was one of them, Cole Cabana was another one, and whatnot. But yeah, for myself personally, you had like, it's a mystery wrestling event, so besides like last night they had Excalibur, and he was the only one besides Evil Uno announced for the show. Matches are a mystery. Who will show up is a mystery, but it's just again so much fun for myself personally, and whatnot. I might be repeating myself, and for that I apologize. And it's like you had guys from like New Japan, like El Desperado. You guys got guys from, to a certain extent, AEW / Mexico, like Gravity, some well-known independent wrestlers. I know that he was formerly in AEW, but Alan Angels was there. El Gringo Loco, I think that's pretty sure what his name is, wrestled at Mystery Wrestling 4. Obviously, Evil Uno, Stu Grayson appeared a couple of times. Some pretty well-known Ontario, Quebec, New York independent wrestlers. You got, from Mystery Wrestling 3, a repeat, not a repeat, but two guys that played a huge part on the Ontario independent scene for the 2010s. Tarek versus Brent Banks. Can never go wrong there. You had Stu Grayson and Alan Angels from Mystery Wrestling 1, which, I don't want to say it's mind-blowing, but it's like Dark Order member, or former Dark Order member versus former Dark Order member, and it's just everything that I love about independent wrestling in a good way. Like, I mean this in the best way possible, but Mystery Wrestling 3, you had Spider-Man versus Spider-Man versus Spider-Man versus Spider-Gwen kind of deal. Like, I can, for that match, turn off my brain and just enjoy it. You had from Mystery Wrestling 4, Psycho Mike versus Sebastian Suave, and just that match. I know like the people who love pure wrestling, like the Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr. matches, might not like Mystery Wrestling, but it's one of those things where if, hypothetically, a friend of mine said, hey, I want to get into independent wrestling, what are some good promotions? Mystery Wrestling, for me, depending on who it is, might be the first one I mention, kind of deal, depending on the person, but it's like, them, it's, again, depending on what they want. C4 out of Ottawa, Barrie Wrestling out of Barrie, Ontario, and then Smash Wrestling, which splits its time between Toronto and London. But yeah, Mystery Wrestling is what I flippin' love, because I think Evil Uno, think it might have been last night, but or Mystery Wrestling 4 said the coolest thing about running a mystery show is the fans have no expectations, so they think once the event is done, it's awesome, which is true because, yeah, like there's been matches or cards on the independent level that I would see, or even bigger ones like New Japan or AEW or WWE. I would see the match card and have some form of expectation. For it did not live up to the hype, but it was still a good card. But when it comes to mystery wrestling, I have no expectations, so everything is flippin' awesome. The guests that he brings in, like I mentioned, Dalton Castles, Colt Cabana's, Excalibur's, they're for the most part doing the commentary with Evoluno. Colt Cabana was a special guest referee for a match featuring the two referees and whatnot. And all of that, just super fun stuff. I know that Mystery Wrestling 5, it just ended as of I'm recording this, but if, again, you're able to support Mystery Wrestling on Patreon, link is in the description down below. If you're not, I don't remember when the next show is. I'm pretty sure they announced it during the show, and I'm just too like, oh my god, Mystery Wrestling's freaking the best. If I remember, I'll put it in the description down below for Mystery Wrestling 6. If you're able to go to any of the past ones and whatnot, but jealous of you, not gonna lie. But yeah, that is it. Would love to know your thoughts on Mystery Wrestling down in the comments below. While you are down there, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to, but it would mean a lot to myself if you did. More importantly, hope you guys are doing okay mentally, emotionally, and physically.
The world that we tend to make up is nothing but a fantasy until you wake up. I feel like I'm just lying to myself, yeah. Cause I just crossed the line like I'm playing offside. Do it how I want and I'ma do it till I die. Feel like I'm just lying to myself, but it's